South Carolina. South Carolina is bordered to the south by Georgia. Roughly about 4 million people are here in South Carolina. Our capital is Columbia. I'm trying to keep it on a positive note, but since we're talking to Senator Obama, we have some problems in South Carolina that need to be dealt with. The problem with education, our dropout rate is crazy among our high school students. Not only that, but if you want to talk about politics, you want to talk about a state that has been controlled by the GOP for a very long time. South Carolina is a state where you have the Confederate flag flying on the state grounds. That's a problem, and it connotes for me a certain type of attitude that permeates the climate in South Carolina, political climate, educational climate. We have a lot of issues in South Carolina.
Too many rungs have been removed from the ladder to middle-class security, and the safety net that's supposed to break any falls from that ladder have grown badly frayed. The hardest hit have been those families who were most vulnerable to begin with. There are families who live in inner cities and remote rural areas. They are disproportionately African American and Latino. In the last 6 years, over 300,000 black males have lost jobs in the manufacturing sector, the highest rate of any ethnic group. In urban areas, more than 50% of black men do not complete high school.
We need a change. We need something different, something better.
We know that sometimes our young men are led astray, but that doesn't mean we give up hope on them. And if somebody's giving them an opportunity for an education, if somebody's giving them a chance at a job, if somebody's giving them a chance at being a decent father, then they can live out those dreams. We have to empower them to grab that first rung of the ladder before they can start climbing up that ladder.
Thank you, Senator Obama, because what you're doing indirectly is you're raising up young men like me and other young people across the state who are eventually going to put this state on the direction that it needs to go in. And it's going to eventually get to the point where it's like either you get on the train and move for progress or, you get left behind. Welcome, fellow Obamanites, to Benedict College. Come with me, and we're going to take a little trip. This is real life America, so you're liable to see anything. Just want to let you guys know that. This is my office right here. Office of Student Government Association. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love this campus. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. After a hard day's work, he leaves the office. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wow. The family. Oh, the family. My family is probably your typical American family, but not in the, Leave It to Beaver. It's not from that standpoint. I grew up with my dad and with my mom, and my dad made sure I had everything I wanted. He really got me into books. He bought a lot of books for me and things like that. My mom was cool, but she died when I was 7, and my dad when I was 13. This is a picture of my mom. This is me and my mom. I was about 7 months in this picture. And I wrote this poem to dedicate it to her. I miss you. God knows how much I need you in my life, but sadly, Mama, I can't change time. All I can do is move on ahead, making you proud of me by using what's in my head. Heaven is where you are now, watching me from above. I love you, Mama, with all of my heart, which is always filled with love. This street is where I grew up at. If you take a little walk with me, okay? As you can see, this area of town would definitely be considered as probably a depressed neighborhood. The property value is not too high here. So likewise, you can imagine what the school systems would be like if we're talking about funding school systems based upon property value. But this house right here belonged to a friend of mine, a group of guys that I used to hang out with when I was young, like 12 or 13 years old, maybe a little younger than that. This house right here. But there are a lot of things that went on in this house. Through drugs, violence, all type of criminal things. All type of opportunities for young people to really do some things that could really mess up their lives. Or what happened that caused me to really kind of wake up It was November 14, 2003. I was about 18 years old. I had to, go to jail, and I stayed there for like 2 months. But it was the best. It was the best. It was the best situation that could have ever happened to me. I was in jail. I started attending Bible studies. I really had that time to really reflect and to see what type of decisions I really wanted to make for my life. How you guys know? This is my aunt, Jackie. So my aunt was a motivator for me. Came home. I was 18 years old. She gave me tough love.
So you got homework to do?
Hey. It's like, you're gonna clean. You're gonna do this. You're gonna work. I worked so hard. I was working at Sonic from 8 to 11, and then from like 12 to 7 in the morning, I had a job as a stocker at Food Lion. And I did this up until I came to college. I've always had a job since I've been in college, because she developed in me that strong work ethic that you're going to take care of yourself, that you're going to do it the right way. Growing up and seeing the drugs, growing up and seeing your friends get shot or get killed, growing up and seeing your cousin's boyfriend, hit her and disrespect her and insult her and all these things and to have to grow up around that, the violence, it's dysfunctionalism. I've taken courses now in college where it's like I can attach a concept to a particular behavior that I witnessed in my home environment, whereas at first it was like I didn't know why this was happening. I figured this is what is happening, but now I know that there's a lot of dysfunction there. My biggest dream, honestly, do you really want to know? I am waiting for the day where I can pull into my driveway, the home of my dreams, and my sons are playing in my front yard, and they're playing football. And when I get out of my car, they run up and they hug me, and they say, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, we've been waiting for you to come home." That's my biggest dream.
Josh is one of the first people I met when I came to Benedict. I'm second semester freshman. He's here in my life for a reason, and I'm extremely happy for him. And we're gonna make big moves.
That's right. I thought about it, What? Where is it? Is it going? There it is.
Oh, it's dead. Oh.
So, I'm not afraid of spiders, as you can tell.
I know, I meant to get it off, but
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kiddo?
No problem.
Absolutely. Now, if you could tell Senator Obama one thing, what would you tell him?
I would have to tell him thank you.
I know that.
Because
I agree.
Being from where I'm from,
Which is?
Sacramento, California.
Okay.
We weren't extremely adamant on politics, and seeing Senator Obama take office, him being an African American, I think that's one thing that hit me the hardest.
Right.
Because it is making history.
Right. I
found myself wanting to know more about politics, and I appreciate that because I need to know more about what's going on in my country. So, thanks, Senator, future president.
I know, right? That's one reason why I got involved in student government, because sometimes people try and make us seem like limit our abilities or limit what we can accomplish, or
This is a false incompetency.
Yeah, like a sense of false incompetency.
But they make it seem like, oh no, you guys shouldn't do that, or that wouldn't be a good idea, or you
play basketball.
You won't be able to do that because you don't have the right resources. You can get that sense from your roommate, or people can talk about minorities not being able to do this, minorities not being able to do that. Your competition, they put you down so that they can put themselves up. It's just you get it from so many different factors.
I give you an example. If I wanted to know why does it seem that Northern European countries have such a greater or higher quality of living than most industrialized nations, from my standpoint, it's like I could see somebody else asking the question well, why are you interested in that? Why do you care about that? Why would you be interested in that? Why aren't you interested in how many, black people are being locked up? Or why aren't you interested in the HIV/AIDS epidemic? When I'm very much so interested in those issues, but I'm interested in a wide variety of issues. I'm not just limited by issues that affect only my people. I care about stuff that affect other people as well, you
It
know?
makes you just start doubting
Yeah, and it's
what
like,
you wanted to do. Like, why? Okay, then, you know, maybe I should just go ahead and do what everyone expects me to do and not further myself, not press myself to do something greater and bigger than, you know, the preconceived notion of what people think I should do.
right. Those notions that are out there are the type of things that endear me to Senator Barack Obama, because he destroys all that. His very being destroys all that. He's different, man.
He's part of this generation. He speaks to us, not at us.
Mm.
He made me listen to him.
Right.
Because I just didn't listen. I honestly did not care. Which is really sad, but it's true. And
Right.
I can't,
That's honest.
I can't say
like
anything
that.
else.
I like that.
Because I just didn't care.
That's so, oh man, go Obama. You ready? Give me an O.
Oh.
You got your O, you got your O.
Give me a B. B. You got your B. You got your B.
Give me an A.
A. You got your A. You got your A. Give me an
Sometimes in order to get things right, you gotta go back to the foundation. Education, inspiration, one nation. For the red, for the right, for the white, for the blue, for your life, for your rights, for the light, for the truth, for the man, for the woman, for the child, for the dreamers and believers who can make a change now. The audacity of hope, the capacity to vote, the values of the family that we have to promote. All I wanna see is one nation, unified, one love, one dream, one team, you and I.
That is why we are doing so well, is because all of you are mobilizing. We are going to go all the way and we are going to change the country.
For the lessons that we learn and the blessings that we earn, for a unified voice and a message of concern, the sacrifice of veterans, the grassroots citizens, volunteers, pioneers shape the world we're living in.
He's an African American, but he's not just an African. I mean, he makes me feel like it's okay for me to pursue my dreams, that I can be, you know, smart, that I can speak to the issues, that I can be a change agent, and that my race has nothing to do with that it's because of my competence and because of my ability. So you know, I look at him and I say, wow, if he can do these great things, and if he can be smart, if he can attend Harvard Law School, you know, if he can excel and do these great things, then I know that I can do them as well. What am I doing today? I'm up early in the morning to hear a phenomenal message from Senator Barack Obama. Could do that again, Kate.
Are you excited about meeting him?
Yeah, seriously, I am. I am very excited. I'm a little nervous. Oh, this is my man, yo. That's my dude, yo. Man, I like that. He's cool, yo. Like him, yo. He's cool, man. So, man. So, hello. He's like, hello, how are you? That's what I'm talking about.
How are you?
How are you,
Joshua
sir?
Stroman. Josh, so nice to see you.
Yes, sir. How you
Appreciate
doing?
all the good work you're doing, man.
Absolutely.
Proud of you.
Thank you, sir. I think I'm awestruck or something. God, I don't like that. Look at that one. Thank you for putting my story in there.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you still doing some school, man?
Yes, sir. Actually, I just came back from Harvard for the summer Galbraith Scholars Program.
How was that?
Awesome.
You had a good time?
Yeah, it was really good.
I spent a little time there.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
I was in the library all the time, so it's not like I had any fun. So how long was that program?
It was only for like a week from the 10th through the 14th.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did y'all stay in the dorm room?
The Charles Hotel.
That's
Yeah,
just like
it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
You interested in law?
Yeah, yes, sir. I got a Kaplan scholarship
Okay.
to take the LSAT classes and stuff for free and stuff, which was really helpful.
So did you already take it?
No, sir.
Okay. You still practicing? America's story hasn't been an easy one itself. It's filled with tales of those who risked and struggled and beat the odds because they knew that this is a place, perhaps the only place, where such triumph is always possible. You know, the other day we heard from a young man named Joshua Stroman, who's from right here in South Carolina. And Joshua, like me, never really knew his father. And when he was very young, his mom and stepfather both died from cancer. He was then taken in by family members who were involved with gangs and drugs. He experimented with that lifestyle for a bit, and his low point came when he went to jail at the age of 18. But here's the thing. Joshua decided his story was going to have a different ending. He began to find comfort in his faith. And when he left jail, he moved in with an aunt who expected him to behave well and study hard. And thanks to God's tender mercies, he did. And he's now at Benedict College. And listen to this, he will be president of the student council there next year. And then he just told me that he just went on a week-long fellowship up at Harvard University. And he's gotten a scholarship to take courses to study for the LSATs, so he might want to be a lawyer. Now, it turns out Joshua's here today. He's right here in front. Stand up, Joshua. Stand up, Joshua. That's Joshua Stroman right here. Joshua's story is a story we want to tell all across the country. It's a story of going through hard times, but overcoming. Joshua can't do it alone, and I can't do it alone, even as president. It's going to depend on the efforts of all of us. All of us are going to have to chip in. All of us are going to have to make an effort. All of us are going to have to be involved and engaged in this process. I look forward to all of you helping to make Joshua's all across this country. Thank you, and God bless you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey Josh, I got another handshake. Real quick, do you mind just telling me what was it like having Barack Obama talk about you up there?
It was exciting. It was transforming. It was so many different things at one time.
Can we speak to you real quick?
Sure.
I'm Melissa from Channel 7.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Hey Charles.
Okay, I can't believe this, Kate. I can't believe this.
Spell your last name for me.
Stroman.
Just switch places. I got a shot.
Okay. Do you think by what you heard today, though, he might gain in South Carolina?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. I think this message really resounded with a lot of people. I hope it's carried across the state. But it's going to take everyday people like me, like you, like everybody who is serious about what's going on in this country to say, hey, look, I have a role to play in this, to understand what role you play, because we don't all play the same role, and to get them, just to get to working. Roll up your sleeves and get to working. Help to destroy some of those stereotypes that divide us. Help to cast a positive light on things that have otherwise been viewed in a negative light. And a lot of it has to do with attitudes too. So I don't think there's a simple answer to the problems, but I think it's worth working towards.
You're going to be a great politician. Based on what I just heard.
Yeah, but you can do it, man. You got the right tag on.
I know.
What's up, bro?
Inspiring.
Oh, thank you, bro. All right. What are you gonna study?
Aerospace engineering.
Oh my God, you need to be filming this dude. Aerospace engineering. That's all right, man. God, man, dang. We need more brothers in sciences, man. You keep your head up, bro. Man, it's really good. I think we're at a turning point, man. I really think we're at a turning point. It makes you hope even more, because then it's like the stakes are even higher. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, man. Okay, he's really separating himself from the pack, so it's like, dang, he gotta do it, because if he don't, what are we gonna end up with? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang. Okay, camera off. I'm about to start crying and stuff.
Obama. Voted. Obama, baby. Showing the love. Exactly.
Do you have any friends who haven't voted yet?
We talked to our friends. They're going back and
we're going to get them to come.
All right, can I go with you? We'll film it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Okay.
Get them boys on camera. They still in the gym, right?
No, they want to do it.
We're in the trenches.
Trying to get them. February.
Looking up the soaring peak, the he did speak. He said, it's greater than here where we stand. Let's join together all our hands and live.
Come on, hey, y'all. Voting is power. You know, we fought for this right. So soon as we utilize this, if you register to vote, get out there and vote. It only takes 5 minutes at the most. Less than 5.
I voted, man.
already voted. We just trying to get her.
Got the key. We gotta get you registered. That's okay. But all the rest of you guys are voting.
We're ready for next time.
We voted.
Okay.
It's higher up we will go, 'cause we are fired up, ready to go. Bound by a common path, ties that we built to last. Come sacrifice each man, all united, here we stand. And you believe, and we embrace.
We worked hard for this, yo. At first, they said he wasn't electable, but he won Iowa. Yeah, we had a couple problems in New Hampshire and in Nevada, but in South Carolina, we made this happen. We made this happen.
Well, tonight, the cynics who believed that what began in the snows of Iowa was just an illusion were told a different story by the good people of South Carolina.
Every time we sat at that table in the count, every time we did a voter registration form, for everything we did, it mattered and it paid off. This is your victory. This is your victory. David, Leilani, Aaliyah, Troy, Alexandra, Cliff, Orlando, Dominique, Josh. This is our victory. We did this together. I, Sean, Maisha, Kate, everybody who made this happen, we did this together. We won South Carolina, baby. We won, baby.
Yes, we can heal this nation. Yes, we can seize our future. And as we leave this great state with a new wind in our backs, and we take this journey across this great country, a country we love, with the message we've carried from the plains of Iowa to the hills of New Hampshire, from the Nevada desert to the South Carolina coast. The same message we had when we were up and when we were down, that out of many we are one, that while we breathe we will hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt and fear and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of the American people in 3 simple words: yes, we can. Thank you, South Carolina. I love you.